Major Burns isn't saying much of anything, sir. I think he's formulating the answer.
Seriously, Frank, I mean, does she go, or does she just sort of lie there quiet and not do anything at all? Or just sort of
keep your filthy mouth to yourself.
Or does she go,
Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. It's that time to talk about the laws of mind. And today we're taking on a request about resentment and bitterness. I discovered that, revision, when you revise something, then that's just dealing with the moment, that moment. Okay, you revised that moment. And it goes forward. And it all comes together, okay, the way you wanted it. It's also a way to forgive, but you're forgiving the moment. So then, you're dealing with people, such as when you're trying to get special persons or be happy with your special person, and like the Christ says, you forgive and you keep forgiving until you don't see it anymore. And the problem with certain things are they fracture off into so many different things that you don't realize what the root is, because, and it keeps coming back. And let's say personally, one-on-one, they're not acting that way with you, but when people come over, you're all going to play a game or that kind of thing, then you have entered into these other people's consciousness and they remember him as being an ass. So they become the competitive ass, the very thing you've already forgiven them for. It's a lot of times. And you finally stopped seeing it. And now you're seeing it, but you're seeing it when you're out and you're embarrassed and you're getting angry. And if you stop and think about it, and oftentimes you won't recognize it until you talk with somebody, but, or you're being reading about it or something. You've been led, think about this, everything's going great, except when other people come around, or when they're with these people, or when they're, and they act like this, when you're asleep, when you don't have the knowledge, you're ignorant, you're asleep, and you don't realize that people are pulling you, making you act different ways according to the way they believe. Okay? And you have been doing that all your life. It's just a habit. You're not stepping back and looking at it. So this requires getting rid of resentment and bitterness, because when you talk to yourself about it or somebody else, you'll realize that it is that, and I'm just so sick of it. I really resent that. There it is. All right, there it is. Or I really dislike that. He can be so bitter, and bam, there it is. And you're just getting it off your chest and not realizing that that's the root of it. But if you start saying the word resentment, bitterness, that's it. That's where all those other ugly things are coming from, because something happened that you resented and you kept bowing to their I am, and so the resentment grew and grew and grew. So one of the things to understand is when you put something on your heart like that, then, every time you're building this wall around your heart. Okay, and when you forgive this and you forgive that, you're chipping at that wall of resentment and bitterness, okay? And you're getting into the details. I forgive him for being angry. I forgive him, for showing me he has a bad temper. I forgive him, for acting the fool, whatever. You know, that's not my husband. My husband doesn't act like that. My husband is, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's the Christ too. He's, you know, kind. He's gentle. He's magnificent. He's understanding. He's merciful and he's forgiving, you know, and he's full of grace. You know, when we're under grace, we're not under law. And I know this is all going to resolve itself. So he's forgiven and this is forgotten. You know, we're blameless and free. So you're doing these kind of things. You know, it's like a great big in your face. It's resentment. You're still carrying around resentment and bitterness, and many times condemnation. You condemned them to a state of being shunned, state of being condemned. Okay, and if you condemn them, you condemned yourself. We all say, I am, one for all and all for one. So if you condemn one, you condemn them all, and you see it everywhere. So I have discovered it's really a root problem, and if you get rid of it, things really start clicking and coming into place. Okay, whether you know it's something you resent about yourself or something you resent in others, you have chosen that behavior or way of being is, you know, not good, and you resent others for having it, doing it, and it's you. I resent that. No, 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 no. This is when you get pretty calm, you know, and for me, it was, I was already pretty calm. Something happened that really, yanked my chain. You know, my son accused me of sending him a link from Facebook to his aunt when he wanted addresses for his wedding. I didn't think about it. I just wrote back, I beg your pardon, sir. I never sent you a Facebook link. You know, she's just like you and your dad. She doesn't do Facebook. I would never send you a Facebook link to her because she doesn't have one. I was outside thinking about it, you know, and I realized, you know, as I was talking to myself, man, I really resent that. Yeah, there it was. There it was. You know, and then I really started thinking about it. You know, there's a lot of things I resent. You know, and that was why I was seeing some things still in my husband. And I was seeing this in my son. I've seen, and certain things just weren't moving that I thought should be moving, you know, and why isn't it moving? Well, resentment. Resentment, bitterness, condemnation, get rid of it. A lot of us call that negativity, but resentment is just a little deeper than that. This is something you've wrapped around your heart that's negative. Okay, and you need to get rid of it.
Sir, you have my word for it. This man will be punished severely.
What the hell do I care? If he wants to receive a medal without any clothes on, what the hell business is it of yours?
It's my sentiments, exactly, sir.
So understand what goes on when you connect with the universal life force. When you go to silence, you're not wearing any state of being. You're just being. You're just silent. That is an open invitation to the universal life force to come within and connect to you through your solar plexus. He's impregnating you with his light, right? And he's pumping it into you. Okay, so he goes into your solar plexus, you the vagina. He's the penis. He's the consciousness. You're just being. Okay, so he impregnates you. And now he wants nothing more than to make you happy. Okay? He's all good. He doesn't understand bad. He doesn't get that stuff. He doesn't get it. Okay? So what happens is, because he is creator and your father, and mother, he's gonna clean you up. He's like Mr. Clean. He's coming in and he's cleaning you up. And you automatically do this every night when you go to sleep. Okay? When you go to sleep, you are automatically connecting to the universal life force. And this is where you get it. And everyone knows. If you don't get a good night's sleep, if you don't get enough sleep, then you know what? You're stressful, you're cranky, you're worried, get sick. Everybody knows stress kills. Stress will make you sick. Stress does this to you. And what everyone knows this. Get rid of it. You can do a prayer like divine love. I know nothing can escape your love in your life. I know nothing can stand in the face of love but love. And I know you'll take care of this. Dig deep into my heart, my mind, and rip out all resentment, bitterness, and condemnation that could be there. Take it out. Throw it up into the light of consciousness. Let it return back to the dustbin from where it came. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Go to sleep feeling good. What happens when you go to sleep? You connect with the universal life force. What did you fall asleep doing? Forgiving everyone for your resentment, condemnation, and bitterness. So it's really getting cleaned out, because when you hook up with this guy, he only knows good. And he's spending all his time cleaning everything up that's not loving, that's not wonderful, okay? That's not perfect, good. All right, he's cleaning it up. But if you're not getting enough sleep, okay, then it's building on your heart. But once you get rid of it, you'll start getting a really good night's sleep. And you won't need, any sleeping pills or anything else to help you get to sleep. So I hope this helps. This is a short video, but it's very important to understand. And the movie clips from Catch-22 are showing you mainly the general.
The next man who moans is going to be very sorry.
2, 1.
Oh. Who is this man? Major Danby, sir.
Danby, D-A-N-B-Y.
Take him out and shoot him.
Here's someone who has no resentment whatsoever. It is what it is. Okay. He is always calm, cool, and collected. That's why he's the general. Okay. And he doesn't give a shit. And it's Yossarian who's dealing with his resentment, and thought he could stand in front of this man naked, and make his point. So those two movie clips are really, impress the point. And the first movie clip is from the movie Mesh. And Mesh is a great movie in showing you people who are the devil's advocate. They're calm, cool, and collected, but they're going to poke at you. And they're going to keep poking at you until you let them under your skin or you walk away. And, you just walk away. How childish, is what Burns should have said. Instead, he lost it. So I hope this helps. Blessings to you. And thank you. Thank you for being you.
Why not? You mean I can't shoot whoever I want to? Is that a fact?
I'm afraid it is, Dad.
Guess you think you're pretty smart, don't you, Moodus? That's because my half-wit daughter married you for God knows whatever bizarre reason.
Oh, no, Dad, it's just a big...
All right. Let the insubordinate son of a bitch go, but get him out of here.